Hi, it's Fiona here, and in this video tutorial we'll cover the basics of how Google ranks. Before we start, it's important that we understand the primary objective of Google, which is to return the most relevant result possible to the user of its search engine. Once you understand this simple principle, the process that Google follows to figure out relevance becomes really logical. So in determining the relevance of your web pages or websites, in this video tutorial, we'll cover off 3 core criteria that Google applies. These are keyword matching, geo-targeting, and PageRank. This video presentation assumes that your website has been constructed in such a way that there is no technical barrier to inhibit a search engine from crawling and indexing your site. If you've ever used the Google search engine, you'll know that whatever phrase you enter into the search query field, Google will look to match this term by finding a web page or website or other file type to match to your query. When an internet marketer wants their website to rank, they seek to find what keywords the users enter into Google, and then they incorporate those same keywords into their web pages so that they can create a matching result in Google. So a keyword is a word, term, or phrase that is entered into a search engine. And the very first step in ranking is that Google seeks to take that keyword and use it to match the user query to a web page. Geographic targeting, or geo-targeting as it's known in the industry, is the second criterion that Google applies when it ranks its results. The logic of this is that in order to improve its relevance, Google will seek to display a local result first. So it will seek to keyword match to your search query, then it will seek to match to your geographic location. Thus, if you're a searcher using Google and you are located in Australia, it will attempt to display a match to an Australian result first. If you are in Australia and you submit a query for plumber into the Google search engine, you can see that you will see an explanation of what a plumber is appear, and that is the purpose of the Wikipedia result. Then right below it you'll see a local match. You do not see a listing from the United States or Hong Kong or some other country, but from your own local country. Google knows your geographic location because of your IP address. An IP, or Internet Protocol address, is a series of numbers that identify where you are. Let's say you are a plumber and you have added your keywords to your website. You have a country domain, so Google knows to display your web pages in your relevant country. What happens if multiple plumbers have done the same thing? How does Google decide which plumbers in Australia should appear on page 1 of its results page and which ones shouldn't? It decides because it applies PageRank, which is its own proprietary mathematical algorithm to essentially score a web page, somewhere between 0 and 10 for its importance. The higher your score, the better you rank. Thus, a web page with a page rank of 6 will outrank a web page with a page rank of 2. PageRank is based upon a great many factors, over 200 of them in fact, but for the purposes of this video we'll concentrate on its origins. PageRank was originally based upon the scientific citation model. If you are a scientist and you publish a paper, and another scientist refers to your paper, that's called a citation. If 50 scientists refer to your paper, you have 50 citations. Translating the same principle into the internet, if a website attracts a link from another website, that's considered a vote in the importance of the website. The more votes the website gets, the more important it becomes in Google's view. This, in a nutshell, is the origin of the PageRank algorithm. However, there is a really important qualifier that needs to be made. Over time, more and more people have tried to manipulate their ranking in Google by arranging for lots of links to point to their websites. Some even pay for the links, like this scheme you see in front of you. This type of attempt to manipulate results has meant that Google has needed to focus more intently on the quality of the links that point to a website. Thus, it is not important now to have more backlinks. It's important to have better quality backlinks. You can have a dozen backlinks and outrank someone else who has hundreds of them. How do you determine good quality backlinks? Well, Google considers good quality backlinks to be those that are relevant to your website or those links that point to you from important websites in their own right. So using our plumber example, Links from suppliers of plumbing products would be important. Links from local business chambers of commerce would be important, or membership associations, or links from local papers would be important, and so on. So just recapping for a minute, when an internet marketer wants their website to rank in Google, they first determine what keywords users enter into Google to find suppliers like them, and then they incorporate those same keywords into their web pages so that they can create a matching result in Google. After that, they make sure that they have properly targeted their websites to their trading market. They do this through using a country-specific domain name, or hosting their website in their chosen trading market, or setting their location in Google Webmaster Console. Finally, if they've done these things and they find themselves up against other web pages that have also done the same things, they seek to get links pointing to their websites so that they can increase their PageRank score. They do this because the higher their score, the better they rank. So these three principles, the principles of keyword matching, geo-targeting, and PageRank, form the basis for how Google has determined who should rank and who should not. Google organic ranking has to be one of the most desired outcomes in modern-day marketing. It's important because a great many businesses want to be found by customers and potential customers who are using a web search engine such as Google to find their suppliers of products and services. Because of this popularity, Google is constantly adjusting its algorithm to try to minimize manipulation of its results so that it can continue to present what it thinks is the most relevant results to a searcher's query. In early 2011, the update to the Google algorithm that is known as Panda or Farmer took place. This was a very significant change to previous algorithm adjustments. It introduced a number of far-reaching changes for those people that wish for their websites to rank. Some of the highlights of the Panda changes include the deprioritization of content that is copied from someone else. So this means that there's even more pressure on internet marketers to generate content that is unique and interesting so that it engages its audience. It's not enough now to borrow other people's content or rewrite it. Also, the introduction of visitor metrics into determining how important your website is. So analytics such as your click-through rate, how long visitors spend on your website, how many pages of your website they open, how many people search for you by your brand name are all increasingly important. Where SEO in the past concentrated on creating good, strong, keyword-rich copy and backlinks to improve your PageRank score, SEO of tomorrow is much more holistic in its nature, with a much greater emphasis on how the user behaves once they reach your website. I anticipate for internet marketers, this will mean a much greater focus on usability factors, where the onus shifts to the internet marketer to ensure that visitors are easily and quickly guided to whatever they wish to access in your website. I also anticipate a greater use of call to actions being embedded in web pages to encourage a reduced bounce rate. A call to action may be to phone the supplier or fill out a form. It may be to click on another page that's located within your website. It's also likely to mean a greater interest in the use of interesting video content and other content types that keep visitors staying at your website for longer. Finally, with the introduction of direct traffic metrics, the logical extension of this is that internet marketers will have to focus on building their brands as opposed to just flogging product. Encouraging people to enter your brand name into a search query field means you have to build your brand's reputation. This is usually the domain of public relations, and already public relations internet specialists are being used, often for reputation management, but I expect more and more for brand building too. This ends the video presentation on how Google ranks. I hope it has offered you some good insights into how the ranking process works. Do check out some of our other videos and stay tuned, there's always plenty more.